Welcome back to 4 Geeks by Geeks, where geeks come to geek out. It's Thursday. That means we're playing City of Mist.
We play City of Mist
is. It is a TTRPG based off the Powered by the Apocalypse system, which came from Apocalypse World, which all that means is we roll 2d6 and play in a mythical world that I have created, which is just a graphic noir novel style hoopla where I just punish my friends emotionally because I get off from it.
Hey now.
I'm T. I'm your MC.
I jerk off with my friends' tears. And I'm Boser. Fun fact about Dell, he jerks off with his friends' tears. Ooh, save him.
Pause. Pause.
Off with friends.
No, he does not. That's not real.
How do you collect those? Do they send them to you?
Boy.
Yeah, it's my OnlyFans service.
Only.
No! Stop! No, this isn't real. Uncanon.
None of this is real.
You
this
started
is
this.
T started it.
I didn't start anything.
He said you get off from our emotional distress.
Yeah, emotionally.
Ooh,
I did not say anything about
gaps.
masturbation.
Ooh, boy.
I'm playing Cornelius Averdelius the Third. His friends call him Dell. And he actually has a birthmark.
On his penis.
No. Next to it.
Me too!
Really?
Yeah!
What's it shaped like?
It's just a little, brown mole.
This one is shaped, oddly enough, like Jesus.
It's like Jesus toast all over again.
Except as a birthmark next to his STD-riddled penis. Just kidding. That's not a fun fact. He doesn't have STDs. Yet. Starting off on a strong note. I broke injustice twice. This is great. This is going great. But that is real. He has a Jesus-shaped birthmark next to his wang. And that's me.
And I'm Justice, and I'm broken. I'm playing Andrew Jamitz, also the broker, and also sometimes being taken over by 3. This is gonna be hard. Just like Dell's dick most days.
All the time.
Any newcomers, is this what they're normally like? Unfortunately, yes.
Yup.
My fun fact for this week is not the...
No Jesus penis for him.
No Jesus penis for Andresh.
Genus.
What?
Pizzas. It's pizzas.
He's got one of the other prophets.
Oh, God.
Pizzas.
Peen Jesus.
My audio is breaking up again.
Oh, man. No.
It'll fine.
Andresh's fun fact, character fact for this week is that Andresh has never been able to hold down a real job for longer than a month.
I caught 3 words of that.
He's never been able to hold down a real job for more than a month. I'll just translate everything.
Perfect. Yeah, Andresh has never been able to hold down a real job for longer than a month. Tried a fast food restaurant as one of their first jobs in high school, and that just did not go well. I think they lasted a couple of weeks. Worked at a video store for 3 weeks before they just left. I think the one that lasted exactly a month was probably I wanted to say bank teller, but I feel like that would not have lasted that long. I don't know.
Robbed the bank. You hacked into everyone's records and stole their retirement funds.
Right? No, it was probably a call center, an IT call center, and they lasted a month, but only lasted that long because they kept just working their way through the servers or through the connections to
Like
the
most
client's
cooks do.
computer and just like fixing it from there. And eventually, like after the 3 weeks or whatever, their supervisor was like, "Hey, we can't do that." And Andres was just like, "Yeah, but I can.
You can't.
I can, so I will. It fixes the problem faster." And, you know, being at a IT help desk, there's like, "No, we can't. We literally cannot do that."
Hey, Boser, can
So-
you translate for me again?
Oh, God.
Literally working at IT said, I cannot do that. You cannot do that.
I don't know what's happening. I'm checking my performance and everything's sitting at like 30%, so I'm not running hot. I'm not getting...
Neither am I. I checked mine too.
I don't
just in
have
case.
overclocking anything. Like, I don't know.
No, I think it's just your internet connection right now.
Which doesn't... I mean, that might be
You
the
have bad
case.
weather.
Yeah.
You said you got some snow.
And it's a whiteout.
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah. So there's a very good chance that it's just the internet connection for you. But yeah, that's my character fact for this week. Very tame compared.
Mine's harmless. It's a birthmark.
Also, I'm offended nobody got my cook joke. I thought it was funny.
I've never been a cook.
I didn't hear it.
You said running through the servers, and I said like most cooks do.
Oh boy, that's not true.
Every restaurant I've worked in.
Nah, most servers
That's
don't give the
funny.
cooks the time of day.
Hacienda says otherwise. Anyways,
Speaking of dipping in that ranch,
I don't like this.
alrighty. What are we doing here?
I thought we were just hanging
City
out
of
talking
Mist.
about.
City of Mist.
Oh.
City of Mist.
City of Moistness. Got it. What happened last week?
A lot.
A lot happened last week. We started with some penis jokes. We ended with some feelings.
Andresh got taken over by 3.
Yes, that did take place. Dell spoke with... I've got hair in my glasses.
Papa.
Papa Bo about joining with The Voice, who is being ran by Alex, who is an old associate of Dell's and Darius's, who
Also an
is-
old associate.
who is also running with The Voice now.
Emphasis on ass.
There he is. See? You got one.
Dell found out several bits of information about Andresh and how they may correlate to the broker. Jeffsitz burned a lot of his fucking powers to not be overtaken by 3, which probably was a good bet. I think
Maybe.
that's just about everything.
And I leveled up a theme card.
Ooh,
did.
that's right.
And so now, anytime that I use a power tag from my mission theme card, which I use them often, then if I roll investigate using any of those, then if I roll a 12 or more, it is an auto critical dynamite, which means it happens spectacularly.
Like everything Dell does with his penis. So yeah, we're...
So you heard. So you get my text e-blasts. Yes, he pays for text marketing about his penis.
It's where he gets all his OnlyFans subscribers.
That's right.
I'm done. I'm done.
Days of Beth. Come play with us.
Yes, go play with Dell's penis.
Oh boy. Nope, I'm out again. I'm out.
But I really have a lot of questions, and I'm excited to see what happens.
You're nasty.
So let's get into it.
Let's
Four Geeks
please.
Geeks, what used to be a family-friendly channel.
Please, let's get into the game and away from whatever this conversation is.
No, we'll be getting into something. Who would like to give our monologue? I haven't done one of those in a while.
Me.
All right,
Please.
Jeff sits.
Okay.
All right, Boser, start us off.
So as I am, where did I just come from? I'm walking back from the foundry, and I'm doing laps around my apartment building. And it's late. You're only being lit by the streetlights above, and soft fog is rolled into the old district. Okay, it's a lot to process. I know where Darius is. That's good news. Could be fucking Alex. That could be some bad news. But you know, we broke up. It's fine. It's fine. I don't care what he does. But the broker. Okay, play this out. Broker is Andresh. What happens? Nothing. Just knows that he's Andresh. Is that bad? No. We know plenty of heads of gangs, but why is he hiding it? What's he hiding from? You think you know a guy? Guess you really can't trust anybody in this city, can you?
All right. Do you guys want to pick up there immediately, or do we like to jump to the next day?
I'm going to bed. It's late. It's been a long day.
Andresh is still beat to shit.
Yeah.
Andresh needs to do a montage as well. Or, if I want to be useful, at least. If I'm not useful, then that's one thing. It could create a good story. So, but I would like to try for a montage during the downtime between today and tomorrow. And I don't think it's going to be. It's preparing for the next activity, is the mechanical way of saying it, of the montage use. But, because that's the only way I can recover burnt power tags.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Which you burnt 2 theme cards on?
Not theme cards. I burned Studied Opponent to get a success to, like, gain temporary control, and then I used, Weaponized Info as a stop holding back.
But they are on 2 separate theme cards, right?
Yeah, 2 separate theme cards.
With the montage, you're going to have to pick one of them.
Well, Weaponized Info wasn't burned.
Oh, gotcha.
It was just Weaponized Info. Yeah, I just rolled well enough.
Okay.
To what I ended up having to do was mark Fade on Moat Manipulation, my Mythos card with 3, and then burned all the power tags on that. And so montage, luckily, if I can do a good montage, I get all burned power tags back. It's just I need to make it make sense. And I think the way that this works, the way that I can potentially get the most out of this montage, is it's a meditation montage. Like it is Andresh going through, like, doing their usual, like, Tai Chi looking shit as they get their body, as they push their body to the limits. But during this entire time, they are meditating. They are, so, like, it's a cut back and forth of Andresh, like, holding these stances and sweating as they are in their own little personal dojo, but then cutting into their mental view of them walking through a completely emptied out neon pillar and, like, walking from room to room, organizing bits and pieces of information, seeing interactions of them, like opening doors and seeing interactions between them and 3, closing it and putting up, like, police tape essentially across this door. Or maybe not police tape, but, like, locking that door. and putting that key aside in a specific pocket. And just like organizing the interactions with 3 to keep that part of their psyche separated from what they need to do on a day-to-day basis, so that they can still call upon 3 and their powers, but it's not immediately available anymore. Like, it's not a constant pressure on them. And so at the end of this montage, as they've been like holding advanced yoga positions and stretching their body out and pushing it to its absolute limits while also meditating and organizing their mind, it ends with, instead of them pulling up the moats to create the broker mask, they pull it out of the closet or whatever, brush it off, and tuck it under their arm as they head back up to the broker's penthouse.
I like it. Who would like to run the first scene?
Can I montage during that time too? Like,
It's basically what your overnight is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just over one night?
Or however long you guys want to make it to be.
How long? I imagine that I'm like checking in with you on Dresh on occasion. I'm keeping it short text. I'm not like overly familiar, but just partly I want to know how you're doing to see if you're back, you can work together. Partly I need to know that you're still, I don't know, responding.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I'm going to take away the +1 help from Andresh.
Ooh.
Because something just doesn't smell right at all. And I don't feel super close to you like I did.
Someone doesn't like what The Rock is cooking.
So how long do you feel like it would be before you were able to get back together? Because that'll just depend on what I do in the meantime.
Andres would probably keep their distance for a good 3 days.
Okay.
At least. And then kind of leave it up to Dell on when to get back together after that point.
Okay. So then during that 3 days time, I'm going to choose to work the case in the montage.
Which case?
I'm basically dredging up dirt on the mammoths, looking for some opening that we can use
Okay.
to take them out.
Nice.
So Papa Bo didn't know really anything helpful. So I imagine being part of the Foundry growing up, and we've got some contacts. Would there be there's a rat in every kind of gang scenario, you know? There's always one guy that just knows shit about everybody.
Yeah.
And he's usually in a trench coat and selling watches.
You've been watching too much Recess.
Uh-huh. Dun 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 dun. Love that show. So, okay, just clarification. Tell everyone at the table how you do it and gain 3 clues and a method and a source based on your description. So I want to find that guy. Basically, I'm saying that's how I do it. I want to find that guy, whoever he is. Enrique.
Whitlock.
That's a fun name to say. Enrique.
Shout out Cantina 13.
For your Mythos and Logos generator.
Gang gang.
Enrique Whitlock. And where would I know to find him?
You know that Enrique works the corner on South Main Drive.
What district is that?
11.
Who runs it?
The Mammoths.
Oh, okay.
That was my meditating for an answer.
Got it. So, I I make my way into Mammoth District, and I'm kind of keeping a low profile. I've got kind of a wide brim fedora on, and a jacket.
Dell looks like a fedora.
Old school. And I make my way towards where I know he is, and I got what he needs.
Yeah.
Because you can't go to Enrique for free. And so I go around to the corner, and I see him there, kind of just hanging next to a bench. And I sit down on the bench, and I reach in my pocket, and I pull what's wrapped in brown deli paper.
What's in the box?
Pastrami, extra horseradish. And I set it on the bench.
You gotta stop watching those movies, Dell. What do you want?
Oh, come on, I know it's your favorite.
That's not the point. What do you want, Dell?
I need some answers. I need something. We got something
I got
cooking.
Rolexes. I got Rolexes.
Would I know that he has any sort of like affiliation with any gang, or he's just kind of the guy that knows?
You know he runs with the Mammoths. And you know Enrique because he actually grew up in the Foundry.
How's it hanging with the Mammoths?
It's great for the Mammoths, not great for the people of Pandora.
Is it great for Enrique?
Enrique gets paid no matter how the game plays.
So if the game changed, as long as you keep getting your pastrami's.
Yeah.
What do you say we change the game?
What do you want, Dell?
I need some dirt
On who?
on the Mammoths.
That's pretty broad, Dell.
Specifically Sarah?
You got me fucked up. As he gets up and starts walking away.
Hey. I jump up and I just start walking next to him. Listen, we're all trying to make the city a better place, and this is just one route to go.
You still there, Boser?
Yeah? Are you still there? Yes.
There you are.
I said, I walk right up to him, and I'm just like walking next to him side by side. And I said, we're all just trying to make the city a better place, and this is one step in the right direction.
Are you
I'm not
trying to
trying to
get
do-
me killed?
No, sir. Trying to
Sure
change the
sounds like
game.
you're trying to get me killed.
Oh, you're my guy. You're the guy. Enrique, come on. Just give me something that we can upset the status quo around here in District 11.
A deli sandwich is not getting me to roll on the woman that can get me killed 11 different ways.
So what would it take?
Not a deli sandwich.
So what would it take?
Some money to disappear.
You're... I don't know why you're loyal to Mammoth now. You weren't 3 years ago.
That's 3 years ago, Dell. A lot's changed.
I wonder, can I roll convince?
Yeah.
And I used to have the Foundry as a... I think I had deleted it in early edits. So I could really use that as a power tag right now. I'm going to use Charming as Fuck
Okay.
and Breakdown Defense.
Sure. That's a +2.
+2 to an 8, which is a 10.
Nice. Man, get the fuck in here as he pulls you into a small little coffee shop. What the fuck do you want, Tell?
End game. We want to stop the genie. He's fucking up this whole
What the
town.
fuck does that deal with Sarah?
We need some help, and the way to help is to
She's
move the mammoths out.
She's working with the genie. You're not.
She's what?
She's They're in each other's pockets.
Do you know who the genie is?
Nobody fucking knows who the genie is, Del.
I know. I just
That's
had
the
to ask.
point.
When you're saying we're in each other's pockets, flesh that out.
The genie is assisting in taking over the Ruby's territory so Sarah can expand. Sarah gets the genie items he needs.
What kind of items?
People down on their luck.
Oh, feeding his little game he's playing.
Yes.
Where's she getting them from?
Everywhere.
She got a certain spot she likes to collect?
Doesn't matter if it's her territory or your territory. She's got people all over the city. They find people down on their luck. She takes them over. Well, not her directly, but like...
She has them collected. And where did they spit them out?
somewhere in the park. Trail kind of goes dark from there.
And to help, or she gets out of it, how's the genie moving the ruby skeletons out?
More people on his side, more people doing his bidding, more issues for other turfs to deal with.
We're all agreed the genie's a cancer to this city, right?
Yeah.
And she's got to realize this is only a momentary fix.
Doesn't matter. She gets more control. She gets more power. What the fuck are you playing? This motherfucker let out Godzilla 2 days ago. And you think your one-armed ass is going to do something against him?
Hey, this ass can do a lot.
I know. I've seen the videos, Del.
Hey, I thought those got recorded over.
You put them on the internet.
You know damn well I don't know how to do that. I pull out my flip phone. I don't even know. This camera barely works. Alright, you gave me a favor. What can I do for you?
Now that you're going to get me killed, you can get me the fuck out of here.
No one's going to know where I got that information from. I can promise you that.
Del, people know who you are. They're going to be real confused on why somebody from Uptown is down here talking to me.
I got a hat on.
That's not... Del, name one other one-armed individual in Pandora. With your comb over?
It's not a comb over, it's an undercut.
Whatever you want to call it, Del.
It's very different. Do you need to get out of here now?
Fucking clearly.
Then come back with me.
Back where?
To the foundry.
Absolutely the fuck not.
We can protect you.
You know full damn well Papa Bo's not letting me back.
It was eons ago. Bygones be bygones.
That man holds grudges worse than anybody else I've ever met.
He's getting better. He stopped drinking.
Bullshit.
He stopped drinking. It's been a whole month.
Bullshit. He fucking took that from somebody. We've been down this road, Del. Oh, I'm gonna get sober. It's gonna be better. And it doesn't get better, Del.
Doesn't stop you from giving the people a chance. We all change. You got better.
Don't contact me again, Del.
I'll see you around, Enrique.
Okay. As he throws up his hood and walks out of the coffee shop.
Damn, I wish I could remember what I did to that guy. I'm gonna make my way back towards the old district, the base. I'm gonna take the LLL, and I'm gonna just shoot on Drescher text. Might got a lead if you want to talk.
does Andres respond?
Yeah.
While you're thinking of how you respond, I'm going to retcon. I'm not going back to the foundry. I'm going to take a little loop through neon pillars.
Ooh.
Yeah, Andres will respond back. Great. Lead on what exactly?
It's probably better to talk in person.
Meet at our usual spot?
Yep. And I'm standing in front of 4298 South Yellow Tower. What am I looking at?
That's your department, Jeff. It's
If you're just walking up to it, Andres does know that Dell is standing there.
Dell wouldn't know that.
no, Dell would not.
So yeah, walking up to the apartment door itself, like, so the apartment complex is, I mean, it's not even really an apartment complex, it's the Neon Pillars district, so this is just a massive level, a massive floor in these giant buildings, and the, you know, twists and turns of hallways, even after getting off of the elevator, have led you to this rather narrow corridor. Boser, have you played Cyberpunk 2077 at all?
No, I want to.
Okay.
And I'm listening to the soundtrack right now every time we play this.
Nice.
I listen to. But
I'm trying to... It's kind of like a... I don't know how well to really describe this. It's like the mega skyscrapers of just apartments in like China or Japan, of just like super narrow corridors with as many apartments pushed into them, packed into them as possible. And so it's not like super clean, and there's like vending machines and neon advertisements along the walls and everything. And the door that you come up to is a very unassuming door. There's no bell. There's no like eye hole or anything. And looking around, you see like security cameras in the hallway, and that's kind of it.
so this is really Andres's apartment. It's not the broker's
Right.
office. And I kind of just wanted to see where that address was, because I knew it was downtown, but it could have been either, or down in at least the middle of the district.
And Andres would probably be up in the broker's penthouse right now and see that someone walked up to their apartment.
How does Andres respond to that?
Because you look in the camera and you see this figure pull out a phone,
Yeah.
put it back, and then immediately you get, yep.
Andres will respond back, I'll see you there. But then wait a bit as they're trying to figure out what game Dell is playing at, walking up to their door. And after, I'll take the usual catwalks outside and everything to get back down to Andres's apartment.
Because your office is just the top floor of this building?
Yeah, I don't even know if it's technically the top floor, but it's way high up on the building itself.
Okay.
I think we established it's like the 98th floor or something like that.
Okay.
I think we did at one point, but I don't recall.
Yeah.
Oh no, he operates on the 100th floor.
100th floor? Okay.
Yep.
I couldn't remember if we made it a nice even number like that. So, but yeah, broker operates off of the 100th floor of the neon pillar tower that we're in, and so Andres just kind of has a series of catwalks and stairways that they use to get between the two without being seen. So Andres will make it back to their apartment, check the cameras, and see. This is like 10 minutes later or so. Is Dell still waiting there? No?
I just said, yep, and then I headed back towards the base.
Okay.
Dun, dun. All right. So you guys just want to time jump to the base itself?
Yeah. I was trying to see if there was anything I wanted to bring with me or try and put together, but no, I'll just...
Okay. Del, anything you want to do beforehand?
No, I'm just thinking. I kind of was hoping that that address would have taken me to some like big fancy office, but who knows? No one knows who the broker is, and no one knows. Like, I wouldn't even know what they operate out of. So it didn't really confirm anything. It didn't deny anything, but if I walked up to some like, big fancy office, then I would be like, oh, he's the broker. No, they are the broker. So I don't know what I was expecting. I just needed to know. And so yeah, just get back to Dell's, and I wipe off the whiteboard in the meantime, and I'm just writing like genie. I put like I'm trying to make a web. Genie. I put genie in the middle. Put an offshoot of ruby skeletons, and right on the line connecting them, working with mammoths to shove out, and then I draw an offshoot from that mammoths back to the genie, yada yada, an update. Just trying to connect some dots for my brain, and so that it's there, so when Andres gets there, they can see what I'm going on about.
And we'll say that's probably the time Andres sneaks in through the back.
Yeah, I'll come in the basement door to our work area and just... Hey, Del.
Hey, Andres. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Things have been busy?
Yeah, I've been busy. Trying to sniff out some sort of lead we can use against the mammoths so we can get the ruby skeletons on our side, but it sounds like the same thing's happening in the opposite direction.
Gotcha.
We want to move the ruby skeletons out, or mammoths out, so ruby skeletons can move in, but the mammoths want to move the ruby skeletons out so they can get in, and they're using the genie to do it.
Gotcha. Okay. So we go up against the mammoths, we go up against the genie, and make the genie weaker if we can take out the mammoths. Remove them from the equation at least.
Something tells me that no matter what, the genie's got puppet strings all over the city anyway. Cut off one head, you're just gonna find another.
Fair. But with such a... gaining more territory like that for the mammoths will make them stronger. If we can weaken... The point is, if we can weaken the mammoths, we'll still be able to deal a blow to the genie.
Sure.
At least pull his attention that way. Maybe keep it off us as we try and investigate him more.
It seems like Sarah Vosberg is feeding the genie those poor unfortunate souls that he's using to do whatever the hell he's doing with them, making wishes come true for a price, I imagine.
What do you mean feeding? Is she the one?
Collects them up. Or at least the mammoths, not her, I imagine, specifically, but mammoths collect those poor souls, and according to a friend of mine, drops them in the park.
So, maybe we head to the park to begin with. See if we can find one of these drops. We can keep someone out of the genie's hands at the same time as trying to find a concrete lead to follow after.
So what, we follow a drop? We don't learn anything if we stop them from getting picked up.
Maybe. Well, with this drop, are we trying to go after the genie right now, or are we trying to hit the mammoths first?
Well, probably get our ducks in a row by sticking to the mammoths first.
So we can help keep the person that the mammoths are dropping off out of harm's way. This is in a perfect situation. Get them out of the way, and then follow the person who dropped them off. Back to the source? Maybe?
But then how does that help us? That doesn't get them in any hotter water than they already are.
We have names then. Maybe if we could get recordings, we can turn this kind of evidence over to the police.
Give it to Spence, I guess.
As you guys are talking, Del, one of your strings gets pulled and a bell chimes for the entrance of Del's store.
Oh, excuse me, I'll be right back.
Of course.
Make yourself comfortable. I head upstairs.
And as you make your way upstairs, you're met with emptiness. But there is a small box in the center of the room.
Like what kind of box? Like cardboard?
Just like a standard shipping box. I'd say probably 12 by 12 by 6.
Inches?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, feet?
Miles.
That's a small box? Wow. I'm going to kind of skirt past it quick and just peek out the door.
And as you look outside, you see people walking by, but nobody jumps out to you in particular.
Hey, Andres!
Andres will come bounding up the stairs from downstairs. Yeah,
We got mail.
we got mail?
Well, I don't know. I walked up here and there's this box sitting here.
Is there like an address, return address, name?
Nope, just an empty box. Or from on the outside, it's an empty box.
A blank
No shipping
box,
label,
okay.
nothing on it.
Gotcha.
It's folded over to close it and then crudely taped shut.
And then with Armageddon, I'm gonna unleash the Assassin's Blade.
Okay.
Should I do the honors, or would you like to?
You're just gonna open it with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Andres
There's a kitty inside. I want to stab it.
Well, yeah. And Andres is going to like reach off to one of the shelves and like grab a tool, like a hammer or a wrench off of it. Just hold it at the ready just in case.
And at first, I'm just gonna kind of kick it a little bit, see how heavy it is.
It's
like
got
nudge it with my
some
foot.
weight to it, nothing considerable though. But when you move it, you see that on the bottom edges there is a bit of a wetness to it. Like the box has absorbed some level of liquid.
Oh shit. I'm gonna slowly
Del,
cut the tape.
maybe I should open it.
My blade's already stuck in.
I don't know if you...
Well, help me, because it's easier with two hands.
Alright. Yeah,
also
Andres will go
box.
over and...
Yeah, like I imagine we both are peeling back one of the sides of the cardboard.
So as you guys kind of cut off the tape and begin, because it's got the like 4 sides like fold over, as you guys pop open the one, the box kind of opens itself up, and there is a hand in the middle of the box, blood still dripping off of it, and crudely written in the blood on the inside of the box says, "You should mind your business."
Would I recognize the hand?
Yeah, is there like a ring or a tattoo on it that would identify it?
Roll investigate.
Gladly, and if I get a 12, it's a dynamite. If I use... Oh, wait, I still have Eye for Detail burned. Yeah. Snooping around?
But wasn't the point of the montage?
Well, if I rest, if I recover from your last activity, then I can unburn, right? Or do you automatically unburn?
I'm assuming you rested.
You have to use montage downtime to unburn a... You have to use specifically the prepare for your next activity montage ability.
Okay. Yeah, I see it now. So now I didn't do that.
Okay, gotcha.
So I figured it's still burnt.
Then yes, it would still be burnt.
Okay, I can't use... I can't... Determine for an answer? Flash of memory?
I'll give you flash of memory.
Okay, I'll take 1. 7 plus 1 is 8.
So with an 8, you flash back to a moment in time where you are running away from the cops. You find yourself binding over a fence, but the individual behind you's hand gets stuck on the barbed wire, and the backside of their hand gets gashed open. And you recognize this hand, because you saw this hand not long ago.
It's Enrique's hand.
It is Enrique's hand.
Remember that friend I told you about?
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be friends after this.
This was your contact, getting information from, or getting information on the mammoths. Gotcha.
These people fight dirty.
Yeah.
Shit. I just lean against the counter. What the fuck are we doing? God. I just feel way in over my head.
Your phone begins to ring. Dell's landline phone.
I hop over, grab it over the counter. Dale's shop, let's get fixed up.
Hey, Dell, are you open right now? It's Barbara Jean. My vacuum's broke again.
Hi, Barbara Jean. Yeah, of course I'm open. You gonna bring it on down?
All right. I'll be there in just a couple minutes, okay? I just wanted to make sure.
I'm staring at this bloody hand in the center of the store. Yeah, let me just get things cleaned up. I'll be here when you arrive.
All right, honey. I'll be there soon. Click.
I grab the box. And I run down the stairs. Then come back up. What the hell are we supposed to do with this?
Do you not have an incinerator or something here?
I mean, I could make one.
That's probably the best bet. Either that or just toss it in the river.
A forge would be real cool.
A forge would be real cool. Good idea. But we have a lot of time. Run downstairs. And I grab an old Bunsen burner and some other odds and ends from my treadmill shelves, and I'm gonna roll change the game to make a incinerator, a small little furnace that can get super hot.
Do your thing.
But doesn't.
What are you rolling with?
Obviously, burn down the house. I'm gonna use scrap for parts.
Yep.
Mother of invention.
Yep.
Oof. So 5 plus 2 is 7.
It's a little crude, but it'll get the job done. We'll work on this later.
Yeah, we're in a pinch for time. I know you work fast, but I guess not that fast.
Yeah.
Hey, can I just say, thanks for never, like, taking over my body and trying to kill my friends.
Only if you ever disrespect Aphrodite.
Again.
No, I think we are shared in that individual.
We should go see them.
Oh, we should have been putting it off. Just feels horrible.
Pussy. And you feel him fade away.
God, you're mean. So yeah, I kind of unclamp the top, and it's like already superheating. It's just like orange, yellow, white hot glow.
You hear a bell of the front door.
Ah, shit. Andres, you wanna take care of her? I'll be up there in a sec.
Oh, hi, honey. That smells delicious.
Ew. Oh, Barbara got shit inside. I knew that.
What? Dell is cooking downstairs?
Oh, yes, honey. You never eaten flesh.
No.
There's just a time in the cooking where it's just perfect.
Hi, I'm Andresh. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Barbara Jean.
Barbara Jean.
And you see she is entrenched in mist.
Charmed, I'm sure. What can I help you with?
Oh, my darn vacuum keeps getting backed up and I just can't get it to stay clean.
Dell?
Yeah, I'm son. I think.
Did you
kinda
bring
want-
the vacuum with you?
Oh, yeah, of course. She's dragging it behind her. She's a very small woman. Picture Granny from Foster Home of Imaginary Friends.
Okay.
Is this the same little old lady that threw a bunch of, like, threw the washing machine in her truck by
Yes.
herself? Okay. Barbara Jean. Long time no see.
Oh, there you are, as she kind of like waves down to you.
This is Andres. Have you been acquainted?
He is simply adorable.
Yeah.
Hey,
your
I
vacuum-
got some stuff stuck inside of it. If you could just get that cleaned up for me, I would really appreciate it, darling.
Man, what are you cleaning in that?
Oh,
house of
you
yours?
know not to ask a woman that. I'll be back later, as she turns and walks away.
All right.
Dell, she eats flesh.
Yeah, I kind of guessed that.
What?
I don't ask if it's alive or not. Then it's not my problem.
She's probably vacuuming up, like, human remains.
Yeah, it's been pretty chunky some of the last times. And the hair is much longer than hers. And it's all different colors half the time.
Okay.
It's one of those gray areas. As a repairman, you don't ask. You just do your job. It's a code of conduct. I hate when she brings this thing in. It smells god awful.
I don't...
The bell rings again.
Hi, welcome to Dale's.
It's Edgar.
Edgar! And I'm pulling the vacuum and putting it behind the counter.
Oh, do you have something new to work on?
No, that's just about done. You don't have to worry about that.
Are you sure? I'm kind of bored. The foundry's... I mean, I fixed everything at the foundry. I need something to work on. Who's this?
Edgar, this is Andres. Andres, this is my shop assistant, Edgar. There you go. Shake hands. There you go. There you go.
Pleasure to meet you, Edgar.
Yeah.
You don't...
What?
You don't eat human flesh, do you?
Is this something old people do?
And I'm like giving Andres.
That's a weird
the fuck
greeting.
up eyes.
I'm just making sure, Dell.
I mean,
Oh,
I
of
think if I
course
was
not.
like stuck on an abandoned island and like it was my only means of survival, I think I would do it if I like had to in like the efforts of like staying alive. But like, I don't look at people in general like, I wonder what that tastes like, because I feel like it'd be kind of like chewy, but not in like a good fatty way, but chewy and like, oh my god, this just keeps going on and on.
Okay, enough, Edgar. Thank you.
You asked, man. I was just answering your question.
Hey Edgar, here's a follow-up. And while I'm talking, I'm kind of shouting out the closet where I keep, or the back storage room where I keep some unfinished jobs. You're stuck on an island with 2 celebrities. Anybody in the world. Who is it? And I'm like scrounging around. And
Like, depends. How old am I?
right now.
Oh man, that definitely changed my answer, because there's consensual. That'd be a completely different answer. I think right now, I would have to wait. Alive or dead, or just like currently alive?
Anybody?
Anybody? I think it'd be really funny to see like Abraham Lincoln and like Hitler go at it.
And I'm pulling out like on a dolly an engine, car engine.
Aberdolph Linkler.
And so, which one would you want to eat first?
Morally speaking, Hitler, right? Because like Lincoln's like the homie.
Yeah, it depends on.
No, I don't think
United
there's
States
depends
you
on
are, I
anything.
guess.
Hitler's just like a piece of shit, you know.
Yeah, it's all.
I bet he ate flesh, so you don't cook that many people and not try it once.
Anyway, so this engine has been here for. It's actually been here for a little bit too long.
Oh, you can't figure it out? Don't worry, I got this.
But I figure since we're doing such a good job, it's time to graduate up to the big
I got
boys.
this. Yeah, I got this.
It's pretty heavy.
He just grabs
It's
the
on a
dolly
cart,
and walks
though.
to the other side of the shop and just starts chipping away at it.
No, you remember, you can't work here though. Take it back to the
Why? There's too many people there. They always have to ask questions.
They're trying to get to know you. It's what family does.
Tank is the most annoying child I've ever met in my entire life.
Well, have you met yourself? I'm just kidding.
Got him.
Just because you pay me doesn't mean you can bully me.
Hey, I'm taking care of you. No matter
Yeah,
what,
I'm taking
right?
care of your business, apparently, as he starts backing his way out the door with the engine.
Good luck.
Jumps on his hoverboard and starts floating away with the engine on the dolly, kind of just rolling along.
Yeah, that's Edgar. He's a peach, ain't he?
He's a character. That's for sure.
So, I'm gonna shut the front door and put the back in 15 sign, so they stop coming. Anyway, let's head back downstairs. Where were we?
We were talking about how we're going to proceed with going after the mammoths, and then we got that delivery.
Yeah, because that doesn't only show that they're willing to do whatever it takes to keep things squashed, but now they knew it's me. That complicates things.
Dell, your phone rings. Your personal phone this time.
Shit, come on.
You are very
it's Pierce
popular
Snyder.
tonight.
Talk to me.
Hey, Snyder really needs to talk to you guys. He got a package addressed to you, and he would like to know what the fuck is going on. So he's in a mood. So just wanted to give you a heads up before I transfer you over.
Thanks, Denise.
Yep. Click. What
Put on
the
speaker.
fuck is going on, Dell?
Hey!
Why is
Snyder?
there a hand in my office?
Oh, good. So, we got a matching pair.
What? So not only do I have a riot on my hands, I now have packages of people's hands being sent to... How many people, Dell?
Well, he's got 2 hands. Probably 2.
So I should be getting more phone calls from more people about body parts.
No, don't worry. I got the first one. Why did they send it to you? Was there any note attached?
They said I need to keep you out of their business, and you would know what that means.
Do you know who they are?
It's written in blood. That's all I've got here.
Is there any sort of...
I would like filled in on what you guys have been doing.
We've been trying to do what you put us on the job to do, is stop the genie. It's just there's a couple steps.
And so this is from the genie?
Either the genie or the mammoths.
You're beefing with them. Who told you to go after the mammoths?
I told you, there's some steps to get to the end goal.
It's how the genie is spreading his reach and control.
Where's Cooper?
That is a good question.
He's not feeling too well. You haven't spoken to him.
No, I've tried calling him. Do you think I called you, Del? No. Cooper has not answered me in a week. Is he alive? Can you tell me that?
Uh-huh.
That was not a punchline I intended to set up. Oh God! All right. So what's going on with the mammoths, Del? I've already I've got like 19 people in custody. I have to try, Del.
From the mammoths?
From the riot, yeah. That's one side of this shit. Why are you involved in this? God damn it, Del, I knew I saw you on the news. Why were you in the middle of that?
How'd it look?
God damn it, Del, it's my office, 20 minutes.
I couldn't possibly get there in 20
Figure
minutes.
it out. Click.
I liked it better when we were just freelance.
Yeah, that was nice. But maybe Pierce has some avenues that would be otherwise close to us.
Yeah.
So
This is why I didn't want to get mixed up in the fucking gang wars. This right here. Enrique was a good man. Sometimes. He didn't deserve that. It was my fault.
you can always... You could step back.
Del, your phone rings again.
Jesus.
I've never received more phone calls in my whole life.
It's Darius.
I just say, what? I don't even know who it is first. I don't look, I just say, what?
That's how we greet each other now? First you
Darius?
abandon me on the river walk, and then you snap at me when I call you?
Abandoned!
Like,
That's an
know
interesting
you're-
choice of words coming from you, huh?
So does that mean we're even now, since we've both abandoned each other? Now you can't be mad at me over it? Because I think that's how that works.
I think I need at least 5 more years, and then maybe we're even.
So you don't want to get together?
No, that's not what I said. I heard you made new friends.
Yeah, it's kind of what I want to talk to you about. Are you free for a drink?
For you? Always.
I'm down on Leonard if you wanted to stop by and meet me there.
I have a meeting in 20.
Oh, yeah. Me too. Whoa, what? That's so weird. I forgot that I had one as well. Yeah, just like hit me up, whenever. Yeah,
Tonight.
Yeah, no, yeah,
free tonight?
definitely. I'll call you.
No, tonight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on. I'm coming. I gotta go.
9 p.m.
Yeah. Bye. And I
Tickling
hang up the
ivories.
phone. Your phone rings. I'm just playing.
I got a title for the episode, Jeff Sitz. Call waiting.
It's actually a pretty good title. I might use that. Everything good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Gold.
All right.
Everything is not falling to pieces all around me.
So, to Snyder's?
Yep.
See, I don't even have to explain what that means. Just geeks get it.
Alec. So that was a transition in the original Batman TV series. And then the entire frame would spin, and then it would open up in a new space. 2000 and.
It's only 2000 and that bothers me. Like, my kids being born in 2016, like, that makes sense. That's normal. But, like, just the 2000 and period bothers me for some whatever reason it is.
Why does a year have an and in it?
That's what I'm saying. All right. So, yeah, you are outside of City Hall, and you see Denise working through the window as she sees you and kind of ushers the two of you in.
Denise.
I'd say this as nice as possible. If I opened one more package with a severed member in it, I will shoot you.
How many have you gotten today?
Just the one, and it's one too many to ever have to deal with.
Yep.
She has a point.
Thank you. What was your name, honey?
Andresh.
Hi, I'm Denise. I hope I never have to see you again, because that means things aren't going well. But he's pissed. He's throwing things. You should probably get in there.
Shall we, Del?
We shall. Let's step in.
Go ahead and roll face danger if you're stepping in first. Whoever is stepping in first needs the face danger.
I will. I'll take the lead.
Okay.
Sand Squall. I think that's all I can use.
Okay.
Because Eye for Detail, I'm opening a door and something's hitting me, so. That is a total of... Oh. Are my injuries ongoing, or...
I'll say you healed up a little bit.
Cool.
It's been days.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to sit here and punish you guys.
Well, that's why...
That just doesn't make...
That's why I was wondering if there was anything that was ongoing from that.
Nah.
So that is a total...
Outside of you guys getting shot and breaking bones, I'll do longer penalties, but...
that would be an 8.
8 minus 1 makes 7. So as you go to open the door, you expect a part of you to defend yourself, but it doesn't respond. As you barely duck out of the way as a mug goes flying over your head and into the door and shatters.
Well, that's very professional.
I never said I was.
You are the DA of Pandora City.
Exactly.
You are the White Knight that these citizens look up to for guidance.
And
to
these
lead them
people
into a
want
new
to know
age.
What the fuck is going on in this city?
Well, I believe that's your job to figure out, isn't it, Mr.
This is what I hired you for, to help me with.
We are helping.
The DA of Pandora City, the man between criminals and its citizens, is turning to a couple of street thugs to try and get his answers.
Street thugs?
And he's wondering why he's not getting them immediately.
Well, I told you to go after one gang, and you're like, no, let's go after a completely different gang.
Are you purposefully being obtuse, Mr. Snyder?
Green Boost bottle juice. What are you talking about, Andresh?
Have you no idea how the gangs of the city are operating at this point?
Del. Why is there a hand in my office?
Because we are investigating the genie, and to be able to investigate the genie, we need more allies.
So this came from the genie.
Or the Mammoths. It's hard to tell. They're in league with each other.
Somebody explain to me why you're going after the Mammoths.
Dell went to a contact to gain more information on the Mammoths because the Mammoths are working alongside the genie. The genie's onboarding party is essentially the Mammoths. They're collecting people and shipping them over to the genie to get him more people. We are trying to help another member of Pandora's underworld go up against the Mammoths so that the genie is not as powerful, so that we can maybe find a weak point to get in there and get the information that you so desperately need.
And who are you working with?
If they take us up on the offer, Johnny X and the Ruby Skeletons.
What's your deal? Because they are struggling, from what I hear, with the amount of pressure they are getting hit from with the Mammoths right now.
That's why we're trying to help them, because apparently it's our job to find the people who are trying to make Pandora a better place.
I have 38 people I am currently charging with for this riot. And I
We had
suspect
nothing to do with
that
that, by the
number
way.
to be growing. Legally, that's who I can go after. At the end of the day, I know Sarah's responsible for this. I can't get to her. This is why I use street thugs like yourselves.
Which is why we're going after the fucking Mammoths.
Whose hand is in this box?
Enrique Whitlock.
Well, I guess I'm no longer charging him for that riot then, huh? As he scratches something off of his desk.
And his hand is here because he talked to me.
And told you what?
What we just told you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I want what's best for this city, and it's a fucking plague, and I don't know how to get a grasp on it. I don't know what to do. Thank you. We accept your apology.
It seemed like it was very difficult for you.
And that's all any of us are trying to do, is get a grip on this fucking circus that is Pandora. Every time we try to get a grip on one straw, another one pops up, and it's like playing whack-a-mole, but either you play or you let it run rampant.
I have reports of a movie monster in the midst of this riot. How the fuck do I try Godzilla?
If I
Who are
had
those
the
reports
answer,
from? The Sleepers?
The reports would be coming from anybody that can see things like this.
But then why would they call the police and tell them that there's a mist? Like, they'd recognize that it was mist.
Right, but they're still contacting individuals that Godzilla is attacking. So because Snyder is aware of both worlds, he gets calls of like towers being destroyed. He's got people that work with the mist and are aware of it, that piece together, oh, this tower wasn't destroyed by a meteor coming down. It was a blast from Godzilla.
I'm just trying to get a finger on the culture of NIST and like what's said and what's not said.
Yeah, so
But he lives in
basically,
both
like,
worlds.
legally speaking, he would have sleepers that work in his office that would try the legal side of it, and then for the myth side of it is what he has people like you guys for.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know what you're telling.
If I had the answer to that, I'd probably be sitting at your desk right now.
You want it? Take it. Because...
No. That's why I don't have the answer to this question. Because I don't care.
Can you guys take down Sarah?
We
or
can
at
try.
least bring me something that I can try her in a court of law.
That's what we were moving forward with doing. Is there anything that you can give us as either a leg up on them or to open up another avenue of investigation? Anything, no matter how small, could help.
I don't have much info on her. I can tell you that apparently she is one fucking hell of a swordsman. So getting into a fight with her in close range... Hizzy kind of like eyes both of you up and down.
Not ideal.
Probably won't go well. We live in a difficult society. I don't think you care, but it's not an easy task to try to sit here and legally try people for something that I can't explain in a court of law. I'm not above the law. I'm not trying to be more than the law. I am trying to keep this city safe. And I need help. I need help. I need help.
We're trying. But like you know, it doesn't happen overnight. There's no magic genie in a bottle to take it all away.
Get out of my office. Tell Cooper to call me whenever the fuck you see him.
You got
Pass
it.
it along.
I'll have a check wired to you guys by the end of the week.
Much appreciated.
Oh, fuck, we gotta cash that check.
I thought we already did.
Did we cash it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just not like we didn't try and take up time on camera of
Okay.
going to the bank and talking to someone.
No.
Okay. I exit.
As you're walking out, she holds the box up to you to take.
Really? You don't need this for, like, evidence or something?
It's just the empty box.
Oh. I take it and I say, he even said he was sorry. Just keep walking.
Did you record that?
Just keep walking.
Damn it. You can't do one thing for me.
Could I actually roll a change?
And as you're walking out the door, you still owe me dinner, bastard.
Could I actually roll a change to the game real quick to see if I was able to get a recording of that?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be, I'd say, Netrunner access. Netrunner access and looking over my shoulder to see if I can like catch the moment quickly enough. That is a 7 + 2.
Nice.
So that's going to be a 9, which means I get juice equal to power, so that's 2 power, and I'm just gonna create a story tag. I don't really need both juice.
Yeah.
But
So
I'll
I'm
create
gonna
a story
say,
tag.
being in the middle of downtown, you have one of the drones just sitting outside of the window recording this incident. With a 9, it's not the greatest of like video quality,
Right.
but you catch purely, you hear Snyder telling you guys sorry. And as you walk out the door, as Denise is talking to the two of you, she gets an email pop up, and the video starts playing on her computer as she sits
Hell
down.
yeah.
Nice. So, you hungry?
Starving.
for human flesh.
Ramen?
Ramen.
Perfect.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I want some ramen right now, actually.
I do really want some
good.
ramen right now. But so
Alright, you guys make your way to locations.
Nagusami Sano Ramen.
Yep.
So if we can just jump forward a little bit to like partway through the meal or whatever,
Yeah.
we're sitting down. I don't know if you want to have a specific conversation, Del.
It's interesting. We had our first real talk right here at this booth.
It's true.
And I
Finally
felt
started
like-
getting to know each other then.
Yeah, I did feel like I got a good understanding of who you are. Not so sure anymore.
Why is that?
And I just kind of like look around and take a sip of the sake. Were you ever going to tell me that you're the broker?
Andresh immediately looks around to make sure that no one is listening to this conversation. I was hoping it wouldn't come up.
I was half bluffing, you son of a bitch. Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
What? Why all the secrecy?
I feel like that... I feel like I don't even need to answer that question. You know who they are. You know why it needs to be kept a secret.
But from me? From us?
I can't guarantee that someone wouldn't get to me through you. You've seen what the inn can do. You've seen what these mist powers can do if there's information rattling around in your head. There's plenty of ways for people to extract it, Del. It's not that I don't trust you, it's that I don't trust other people to tear it from you.
I just feel you've been playing with us. You were sitting on the gold mine of info. We could have been 40 steps ahead by now.
Information.
Getting off on wearing a mask in the dark.
Information is a currency, Del. It doesn't come free, not even to me.
I bet you know all kinds of shit about me, don't you?
I know a decent amount.
Just pretending like, oh, who are you? Oh, I'm Andres. So nice to meet you for the first time. I haven't Googled the fuck out of you and looked into the backlogs. What you know about my family?
Only what
But you know a lot more than you've been telling me, haven't you?
The only thing I know about your family is what I've told you. And there is one thing I wasn't able to share the other night. But that's not because I didn't want to, it's because of the interruption.
You even got that in check yet?
I think so. I haven't had another interruption in the past since then. But there's potentially a place we could go to investigate more about your father.
Where?
There's an old farmhouse that's just on the edges of the city.
Does farmhouse trigger anything?
Yes. you would have a myriad of flashbacks of your childhood. You would remember playing fetch in the yard with your animal or your pets growing up. You would remember playing football with your family during the holidays.
It's
Where's this place?
on the northernmost outreaches of the city. It may not even... From what I could find, there's just a small portion of it that's within the mist, within the boundaries of where we can reach in the city. But it was the only thing I could find that was even remotely connected to the observatory that's still within the city limits.
You have another flashback of a door in your house that you were not allowed to go in.
You'll take me? You'll take me?
Of course.
There's something I need you to know about me, who I am, the kind of person I am, right? I don't know how not to trust people. And keeping people distant is difficult. Because I can't function on my own, I know that. And I want to trust you. But that shit that you pulled the other night in the basement and all these lies you've been sitting on for all this time, it's putting me in quite a tizzy inside.
I know it's not the best distinction, but I haven't lied to you, Del. I've kept specific information out of the open, but everything I've told you has been the truth.
I looked you up. I found your spot.
I was wondering why you were waiting out there.
Oh yeah, you probably saw, huh?
As I said, the broker knows everything that happens in the neon pillars.
Just didn't feel right not telling you about that. Thank you for not lying to me right now. You could have. If you did, I would have probably believed you.
We've worked together too much. I think you sell yourself short, Del. I think you do function very well on your own. And I think you're stronger than you give yourself credit for. Because that's why I'm not lying to you.
What, you scared of me?
So, do you want to head up north now?
Fuck
Take care
yeah.
of other things first.
No. I'm gonna go over there right now.
Alright. So, we'll finish up our meal.
Cool. So as you guys make your way north of the restaurant and north towards the northern part of Pandora,
God, Lucas is missing so much.
Del, you are starting to have more and more flashbacks of your life as you are getting closer to the farmstead. And as you guys get to what you believe is the boundaries of the city, you never really thought much of it because, like, why leave Pandora? Like, you've got everything you need here. Venturing out, not really worth a damn. So, like, the thought of leaving Pandora is so shrouded by the mist. It's not something you guys have ever really thought about until now, when you realize, when you try to look outside of Pandora past that thick wall of mist, you understand for the first time, like, it's keeping you here, it's binding you here. And for the first time, the mist begins to dissipate for Andresh. If you would like to venture forward, then you need to let me out.
What does that mean here? Are you going to behave yourself?
To venture beyond this entity in order for your friend to join you. I must be in control.
Are you going to behave yourself?
Sure.
Is Dell going to be safe?
For now. He still has his uses.
Alright. Dell?
Yeah. How are we heading outside the city?
3...
By the way, are we in a car? Are we...
I just assumed you took the L and then walked the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's probably like an hour or two later at this point.
Okay.
3 has the ability to get us out there to this farmstead. He's
How?
I'm not sure.
Exactly.
I'm not sure. But he's promised to keep you safe. For now. For this. Okay?
You said for now. You said for now.
For this.
Sure, let's just let this demon out to let me
And
have a chance
Del,
to
as
run
you're
away.
talking, you watch as Andresha's eyes glaze over and get that glossy tint to them again. As his
Sure, give me the
demeanor
5
physically shifts to 3 being in control. Follow me. As 3 waves his hand over the mist, a doorway almost opens up over this road that didn't seem to go anywhere. And Del, as you look down, you realize it's not a road, it's a driveway. And as the mist begins to clear, you see a white picket fence. You see a mailbox. You see your childhood home as it opens up.
Is there a name on the mailbox?
Yes.
And I like run to the mailbox and I run to the fence and I'm just like touching everything.
And 3 doesn't pay you no mind as he continues to walk towards your childhood home.
Hey, 3!
What?
Is that really your name? That's a stupid name. Can I call you anything else?
You can call me 3.
It's a number. It's not a name. I don't like that I'm experiencing this with you, first of all.
And I don't like your family, so it looks like we're both at an impasse here, huh?
Because why?
I can simply venture forward and you can go back, or you can mind your manners and come with me.
Mama didn't raise no delinquent, I assume.
And I venture you to tread lightly, for if you test me, you're not the one in harm's way.
Is that a threat against Andres?
He's merely a vessel. He's a tool for me to use. Where there is one, there is many. Step lightly. As he turns and walks towards your front door.
I hate that guy. Wait, I want to go in first.
Please.
I don't really say that, but I just like, with my body language, I'm like, I'm going in first. Is the door unlocked?
You tell me. Were you guys a family that locked your door?
No.
The door's unlocked.
I step in and I just...
And you have a wave of flashbacks as this entire home hits you with the smell of your mother's cookies every Sunday, the roast beef that she would make on Saturday nights, the bingo nights, the movie nights, the chasing around your siblings around the house playing tag, no matter how much your mother persisted that you only play the game outside. You are hit with every birthday, every death, every memory of your childhood through your teenage years to your young adulthood before everything changed. Everything.
Are there pictures?
Yeah, there's pictures everywhere.
And how many siblings do I have?
I don't know. How many siblings do you have?
I don't remember.
It's never been discussed. It was something I just made up. So.
No, I feel like I did have siblings. It wouldn't be here. It's in the long one that I sent you.
Oh God.
I probably was I think I was the oldest
Okay.
of like 3.
Sure.
I had a little brother and then a little sister.
Okay. And so as you are walking around the house, taking this all in, it's everything as you remember. Everything until that night. There's always been one door in your house that led to the basement that nobody was allowed to touch. It was the only time you ever saw your parents get not only strict, but angry. If they could tell if you even thought about the door and they were on you immediately. The amount of keys that were required to enter this door, plus a number lock, plus a thumb pad entry, it didn't make sense to you, but you respected your parents, so there's something down here that you just weren't allowed to see, and you respected that. Until one day, Del, you didn't. There was one day just the curiosity got the best of you. For some reason, the door was left ajar. There was a faint purple glow coming from the bottom of this doorway, and it was late. Nobody was awake. What harm is it for you to go check out what has been hidden from you for all these years? Nobody can stop you. And what the curiosity's never killed the cat, right? Like, what's the worst that could happen here? You step down the first step and you wait for the creak of the stairs. You wait for something to stop you from venturing down here, but nothing does. You take the second step, the third step, the fourth step. And after a few more steps, you find yourself staring at a medical lab. You find a purple mist is kind of entrenched the room in a similar to a fog, but in a majestic way. You feel a lot at this moment. Confusion being at the core of this, as you see an individual in the middle of this room in a jar. In what is that? There's an individual with no features in the middle of a test tube in your basement. You hear the chattering on the other side of the computer monitors as you hear individuals typing away frantically, as you see sparks begin to jump all over. You see this featureless individual begin to move in this test tube, and it looks directly at you. And it's a feeling you recognize. It's a feeling that you recognized literally moments ago. You feel 3. Both in front of you and behind you in this exact moment. Young Del fills with a sense of dread and panic as this individual reaches their hand out to you, only to be interrupted by your parents calling out your name. You see your parents frantically panicking on the other side of this lab as they begin running towards you. But your father trips. His foot gets caught on a large electrical cable that causes him to tumble across the marble. The cable rips from the wall and the room goes black. You hear the cracking of glass, and then you begin to choke. That fog that's filled the room is now getting darker and richer and thicker, and you feel it encompass every part of your body as you hear one final word: freedom. And then the room explodes. Del, you now find yourself standing at the top of the steps in an exploded basement. And then you look around, and these memories that you once were just reminiscing over aren't there. You are standing in the middle of a barren wasteland. There are shreds of your memories dancing in between the dust that has swept over the last of your livelihood over the last 8 years. You are standing in the middle of a desert of nothingness as 3 puts his hand on your shoulders. It's funny. I thought your family is responsible for this, but really, all this happened because of you. One simple rule broken. Out of curiosity. Strange how the beating of a butterfly's wings do somewhere cause or tornado, but in your world it was a few steps down a flight of stairs that reamed responsible for the deaths of not only your family, but every death that has taken place in Pandora. Good luck, Del. As Andresh, you feel your body come back to you. You feel the fading of 3, not in the way that he gives control back, but in a way that 3's gone. And Del, you get another phone call. Your pocket watch begins to move wildly as it begins blinking a black light. Your phone rings, Harry Underling.
I'm just kind of at... You said that I'm at the foot of the basement stairs, but
What
instead
would
of
have
basement,
been
it's
correct, yes.
It's just a... And is it in like the lower level? Like
Yeah, so you are in the
like
remnants
Beetlejuice,
of
you're
it.
looking at the door and then you see...
You're in the remnants of like the center of this explosion. Everything you saw coming in was just the memory of what it was.
And so I'm just kind of overwhelmed, and I don't answer a phone. I'm not here really. Like, my mind is miles away.
Fear not, Andresh. I'll be back.
Del?
Yeah.
This is the place?
Yeah. This is all my fault.
What is?
Everything.
How?
And I'm just kind of start walking around, and I pick up some of the sand from the desert, and it's like I see like shards of memory floating, and like while just letting the sand run through my fingers, I'm just watching these memories pass by of like hugging my dad and my mom tucking me in. And like staying up late and watching movies with my siblings. And then I just stand in front of the one that just keeps replaying my dad rushing out and saying, "No! No! No!" Followed by the big explosion just over and over again.
Can I see these
Yes.
shards? Tell what's going on here.
I don't really know.
As you guys look forward, you are now looking back at Pandora. But
What?
you don't see Pandora. You see just a dome of purple mist.
From the wasteland, we look back and we can see the
Yes.
dome.
Yep. But the dome begins to crack. From the top, you see a featureless individual standing atop it. And you can't see their face, but you can feel the energy, and they are emitting gleefulness. You see them tap their foot as a crack begins to splinter down the shell of Pandora. The mist begins to swirl inside of itself before it explodes outward as a wave of purple mist washes over you. As Andresh, you feel 3 again. But you are now watching as every aspect of the mist that was once contained now expands upon this wasteland. You see a barrage of fairy tales coming to life as they sprint out of this prison. You are now standing at Ground Zero. And this is where we'll pick up next time on City of Mist.
Oh. Shit.
Whoops.
Whoops. Sorry for the mist, everybody.
Yeah.
My bad.
my bad.
My bad. We'll clean it up. Just give me a mop. Damn. So does this mean I finally got some answers?
Yeah.
Like the actual finally got some answers?
Mm-hmm.
You got some answers.
Do I
It's
get to do
definitely
any of
opening
this?
more questions.
So when you find answers to your mystery, choose 1, 2, or all 3. Oh. You gain deeper understanding of your mythos, of the subject of your mystery, or of the link between your mystery and your mythos. Mark attention to the theme to which this mystery belongs. Or you are shocked by the discovery to the point of rejecting your mythos or an aspect of your ordinary life. Mark fade or crack on the theme. Or your questions are answered. Choose a new mystery for this theme.
I won't make you make that decision right this moment.
So we'll talk about this more outside or off the air, but I was doing some digging on mysteries versus identities.
Uh-huh.
And mysteries, I think, might be specific to myths, and identities might be specific to logos.
Okay.
We'll have to confirm that off air, but I think if this is a logos, it technically counts as an identity.
Oh, that's why the card says mystery/identity.
Yeah, and it lines
Okay.
up respectively with mythos/logos. And I didn't put that together until earlier today. So it might be an end of the road instead of finally some answers if it's a logos instead of a mythos that you got the answers to.
Oh, which says if your identity ever becomes resolved. My printer cut off some of this. What's it all say? It says rephrase in the same spirit.
It in the same spirit to describe a new goal, a greater scope, a new angle, etc. Alternatively, if this aspect of your life truly ended, you may replace this identity's theme.
So yeah, that's something you'll have to think about.
Okay. Oh my damn!
Oh my damn, indeed.
We can't solve an actual case without, I don't know, ending the world for the second time this campaign.
No, the world's not ended.
We just unleashed the mist back into the entire...
Yeah, it's just opened up.
Yeah.
So now we can leave Pandora. Now we can take this city of mist, world of mist.
Oh boy. Also, sorry guys.
It's always when Lucas is gone that the absolute biggest things happen.
That's on him. He got sick. Nobody chose him. Nobody told him to do that.
I told him not to lick that toilet seat, but
we tried to tell him.
All right, time to geek out during credits.
Yeah. I'll go first this time. I think I'm gonna go with which character had the most meaningful interaction with my character this session. Because we had that really touching moment between Andresh and Del, that quick scene, but that was a huge moment of growth between the two of them.
yeah, I'm putting help back in.
And so, I'm gonna add 1 help point.
Hey,
to
remind me, Del is aware that the broker himself was looking for information on the Foundry, right?
I don't think so. I know that Jeff says that.
I couldn't
don't think
remember
it's ever
if that was
been-
something that actually came up in-game conversation, because I feel like it did, but I wasn't confident with.
I'm not sure.
Or we had that conversation where I kind of shot a warning shot and said, like, I'm a lover, not a fighter, but if anybody comes between me and my
Yeah,
people
because
I
I
care
feel
about,
like it came up
I'm a
at one
fighter.
point, and I didn't want to like tarnish that moment.
yeah.
Something to think about.
I think maybe Andresh did hint at the fact that the
Yeah, I don't think it was like blatantly
broker.
stated.
Yeah.
I think
That's a
Andresh
good
did
point,
hint at the fact that the broker was looking for information on the Foundry. So, at the very least, it wouldn't be a stretch for Del to put that together
Right,
and
yeah.
realize, like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But that conversation went so much better than I thought it would.
It went so differently than I thought it would.
Yeah. That I guess I was ready to fight you. But you just were honest and like you solidified any trust that was shaky in Andresh and yourself.
I like adding in character conflict if it's interesting for the story. If it progresses the narrative, then yeah, I'll feed into the conflict. But if it gets to a point where feeding into the conflict is going to cause the narrative to like stop or have issues moving forward, I'm not going to continue doing it.
Wait, so which side of the coin are you on at the moment then?
What do you mean?
So you, right now, the conflict between the two you feel like is narrative driven.
Well, no, I'm saying like adding in the conflict between Del and Andresh before, like having that behind the scenes and everything, made the plot
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I see
like
what you're saying.
thickened the plot and
Yeah.
everything. But up to this point, like having a fight between Del and Andresh, like
Wouldn't have made sense. I see what
it
you're
wouldn't
saying.
it wouldn't have been a good narrative point. So I'm just like, why force it?
Like you were
respect it.
honest. You said, yes, I am the broker.
Yeah.
And literally Dell didn't know. Like it was a 50-50 shot. He just figured, I'll throw it out and see what he says.
Well, I think
He did not expect you to like, yeah.
it leads into what the broker was telling Dell of, like, you sell yourself short. And maybe Andresh is overestimating Dell at this point. We'll have to see. But, like, Andresh, yeah, doesn't think much of Dell's abilities in a fight. Like, that much is pretty clear. Andres felt like they had to protect Dell in the one fight that they had together against a couple of goons. But the fact that, like, I think part of it is the fact that Andres has seen so many strange things happen, Dell roll with the punches, and, like, the fact that Dell seems to be kind of clueless, but still manages to keep up with so many things. I think Andres just kind of assumes that there's more to Dell than meets the eye, which there is. So,
I like that I said, were you scared of me? And you just said, so shall we go?
yeah.
I was like, nice. Nice.
Yeah, where does this go next time? It's a good question. Will Lucas be here? It's a better
Good
question.
Will he have new parts to put on the body by then?
Oh boy.
But until next time, I'm T.
I'm Boser.
And I'm Jeff Sitz.
And you guys just keep geeking
Geeking
out.
out.
Bye.
Take care, everyone.